Keep it simple. There is no need to use complex tenses to make an easy point. If you want to make an easy point, if you want to give a very simple argument, you do not need to use complex tenses. In fact, the easier the tenses that you're using are, the better it is for you. Readers don't like to read about complex tenses. They don't like to read long sentences. So keep it as simple as possible. Here I have an example. I can say I wanted to teach you, or I can say I was willing to teach you. Both of these sentences mean the same thing, but one of them is shorter, the other one is longer. One of them uses simple tenses, I wanted, which means past simple tenses, and the other one is using quite a difficult one, was willing to teach you. So was willing is past continuous, and this is a little bit more complex. So if you were on the SAT and you would have these choices, which one would you choose? If you have watched my previous videos about simplicity, you would understand that the simpler choice is better. So in this case, the first choice would be the right answer. Even though both of these choices are using past tenses, one of them is using the simple past and the other one is using a more complicated past tense. And so the first choice is better in terms of grammar and simplicity. And here I have another note. Don't use unnecessarily many verbs if the same idea can be explained with less verbs. So if you have like 2 or 3 verbs to describe one action, that's not good. Let's take a look. I wanted to teach you. You wanted to teach. There are 2 verbs here. How many verbs are there? I was is the past form of to be. To be is a verb, so verb number 1. Willing is the verb number 2, and to teach, verb number 3. So in the second choice, you have 3 verbs, and this is not necessary because I can describe the same thing with 2 verbs. So basically speaking, in English language, the more verbs you use to describe a simple action, the worse and the more organized, the less organized is your sentence. So it is better to use less verbs, all right? It is better to use less verbs. Let's think about an example here. I will give you another example just so that this idea sticks with you forever. Let's write here. I wanted to know if you are free today. This is the first variant. And the second one is here. I was wondering if whether to ask you if you are free today. Both of these sentences mean the same thing. I was wondering if whether to ask you if you are free today basically means I wanted to ask you if you're free today. But the first one is much simpler, right? I wanted to know if you're free today. He just wants to know. He was not wondering if whether to ask her or not. He just wants to know. It's simpler, it's easier to understand. If your English level is not enough here, or if you were having a hard time understanding this example sentence right here, then it already shows that simpler sentences are easily understood. And simpler sentences, therefore, are preferred on the SAT because they're just easier to understand. So in this case, we would prefer this sentence. And if we text somebody this, they will understand us easily, and we will have no miscommunication problems. To get better at SAT mathematics or SAT's verbal section, register to my SAT video course where I explain literally every single topic in videos, and you will have an opportunity to practice with over 400 digital SAT practice problems. Just visit the link in the description and you will come to this page where you will learn everything that my SAT course offers. And if you want to buy the course and watch my videos where I explain everything, then you can press this button and contact me on WhatsApp. Thank you for watching.